So, Mr. Wayne, oldest mod in the game. I was looking if we could break that high to see if we could get a push, but yeah, looking a little bit choppy. It's tricky to do a quick analysis because I've already had a look here. But what I'm looking at right now is we've had a little bit of news. We had unemployment claims. We had the Bank of England rate decision. They've kept rates the same. The thing is, the press conference is probably still going on. If I'm not mistaken, I'm still seeing headlines coming through. So it's tricky to take trades during a press conference, but I mean, we can see it's not having a major impact here. But overall, from a daily perspective, higher time frame gold is still bullish. Yesterday with FOMC, we had a liquidity grab here into 1970, this daily support, closing back above this daily resistance at 1981. So we can already see this candle is quite nice and bullish on the daily. If it breaks its own high with this volume, could see us coming up here to possibly 1995. Got all this clean traffic to the left as well. Obviously, these breakout trade ideas are a little bit more risky, but I like this. I like this that we're consolidating. I think if we do get a break above this high from the news, because that unemployment claims was negative for the dollar as well, I think it makes sense here. And see, we've got a weaker dollar coming into the session. This 1992 is yesterday's high, so just be careful as we come into there. But the idea would look something like this. Possibly even having runners up to 2000. Stops here are about 22 pips. So that's what I'm looking at right now. If we do break this low, where I would place my stop loss, then this 15 is also flipping back bearish. Just wait for the 4-hour candle close at that point. This is the last 10 minutes of the 4-hour as well. So let's give this another 5 minutes. If we don't get triggered in, I'll leave it alone. Morning. So this is just the idea. How's everybody doing? Yeah, those bars were nice from last night. If we do get rejections here off of 1990, then we could possibly see pullbacks here even to this support from Asian session and London session. Based off of the higher time frame, I am more bullish, but you could definitely look for sells here if we reject 1990. Even if you get breaks below this London support, selling into this daily low at 1981. This is also nice and clean traffic here. But let's see how the 4-hour candle closes. Probably going to close quite bullish here. So obviously the bars make a little bit more sense. It's like 6 minutes left of the 4-hour candle. But I know that when we get a break of their daily high, when there's volume, you can generally get like a 20 pip push. But yeah, I think that I'll probably have to leave that idea alone. We've also got NFP tomorrow, so we just need to stay on top of things and see what the volume is doing. If we've got this rangy kind of price action through the session, then maybe we just play it safe. I would think coming off FOMC that you could still have nice moves, but I think last month, the day before NFP, I didn't stream just basically based off of the fact that normally the day before NFP is pretty slow. Just looking at this most recent price action, we look really good to come up and fill this traffic here. We really do. You do have some issues around 1990 to 1992. But if you can get above 92, 2000 looks pretty good. I think you're gonna break that daily high now. 2 minutes till the new 4 hour. I think I'll still take it just with half risk. If you do get that break above 1991. Got factory orders at 4. Okay, well this is the new 4 hour. Closed nice and bullish here. I like that we've closed above 1990 psychological level. It's quite tricky taking a break of the previous 4 hour high in the first couple minutes. And that 5 minute price action looks terrible. Yeah, let's just wait a little bit. Stops are only like 20 pips. I'm gonna give it a shot. So if we break above 1991, I'm gonna hop into these bars here. Breaking the daily high. 4 hour close bullish. Also had some negative news for the dollar. I haven't been doing buy stops or sell stops, so I'm just sitting here with my finger on the trigger. Gotta be quite quick with it, obviously. You know, with these moves, you can sometimes just get a 20 pip push very quickly. Haven't broken above. Nope. Don't be hasty with it. Don't be hasty with it. Okay, let me set a bar stop quickly. Okay, so I got a bar stop at 91.2, just accounting for spread. Stop loss would be at 88.9. $23 pip stop. Okay, it's coming. Coming. Gold is teasing me right now. Volume is clearly quite low. But like I say, we did have that unemployment claims, which was negative. You had the Bank of England rate decision and their press conference. You know, stuff like that can lead to a little bit of indecision. But I like that you've actually formed a range here right below this COMEX high, daily high. And like I say, in this time where volume does tend to pick up, I like the idea. So I'm keeping it in unless we break below 89. I'm not in here. We never broke that high. The other thing is now, if you're not getting the break of 1991 with NYSE coming up, You could easily get pullbacks here to retest the structure from London at 86, possibly even down to 83. XY has been in a range here for like the whole of October. So not much going on with the the dollar as a whole, really. You know, we saw that strength coming back in. Had a good few weeks of just straight rallying. And on gold, we were extremely bearish. But now you can see with the monetary policy pretty much all priced in, and the war escalation settling down, you know, dollar is really not doing a whole lot. And even this week, gold has just been starting to range here. So this might be a range that we sit in for some time. About a 400 pip range. Possibly even until the December FOMC, or until there's new war escalations. I mean, markets have really been on one, yeah. 1,000 pip drop. $2,000 pips up. I think it's just taking a little rest. Needs to catch its breath. Could even just call it a year, to be honest. Anybody trade FOMC last night? At least now you've got a slightly better bottom wick on the 4-hour. This is still extremely choppy, but coming back up to those daily highs. You know, we've tested it quite a few times here. I've still got this buy stop in. If we get that break above now, could be gone. Stops are going to be a little bit bigger, about 24, 25 pips. Call it 1988.5 stop loss. Got a buy stop here just above 1991. Just understand with these type of entries, you need to be quick, because if we do get a break above here and don't get a almost an immediate push, you know, sometimes it might break above and then just sit there for a minute or two and then push. But just monitor. If you get triggered in and then it starts to look more like rejections, start to close some out almost immediately. And then if you do get, you know, about a 20 pip push, which is generally what you'll see on the break of the daily high with volume, you can get about a 20 pip push. Obviously, if there's clean traffic to the left and so on, you may get more of a push. But if you get 15 to 20 pips, go break even. Put your stop loss at entry, maybe take some off. So that's what I'm looking to do here. Speed kills. $15. 15-minute close bearish there. Sort of right at this resistance. It's kind of tough. Hourly looks really good here. I'm just gonna leave that in, but yeah, if we break that low, I'll delete. Just wait for NYC. Nobody traded FOMC last night. Ben, take any trades? Yeah, so I'll delete that bar stop. Delete the bar stop, wait for NYC. Looks like we'll come down to retest this structure from London session. The longer we sit in this range between 2005 and 1965. It's just gonna get choppier and choppier. It's also the first week of the month. Looking a little bit choppy at the moment. I was liking the idea of bars today with having grabbed some liquidity there last night at FOMC, starting to push up. All these 4-hour candles just moving up very nice and steadily. Good, strong 4-hour there, closing above this resistance here. We closed above 1990. Looks good, but I mean, we can see that there's clearly issues here on the 30 minutes at about 1990. Like I say, 1990 to 1992. It's just a bit of a zone out there. Troublesome zone. And then we could just be stuck in this range right here. So, you know, if you don't think we have the volume to break above 1990 and you want to be trying to take sells off of the top of this range, could be an idea, but I think with NFP tomorrow, I'd rather just not take any sort of counter trend trades. If we could come down into this support from London and Asian, you know, I could be interested with bars from here after NYC, or even if you got like a minor breakout, break back above retest, so like a fake out, then something like that. Yeah, no, I agree. Tomorrow will be good, I'm sure. They're forecasting negative numbers here, which also obviously just feeds into that bullish story on gold. But you've got some other data as well, PMR. When you've got a PMR with NFP, sometimes those days are really great. Like if, for instance, numbers come out negative for NFP and you get a move up on gold, and then you start to pull back, like beginning of the new 4-hour candle, and then ISM comes out negative as well. This right here is going to be a beautiful setup. It's something you see time and time again, but obviously it depends on the numbers. Edge. Buy stop and sell stop. Can buy now? Nah. Nah, I don't do anything right now. Well, you can do what you want, but NYSE open is in 5 minutes. So you'll probably see volume pick up a little bit in 5 minutes. Right now, not much is happening. I was hoping that if we got that break of the highs here, you could maybe get a nice push, but... But I've been looking at the daily highs, even if you are looking for buys and you can see it starting to reject. Like, if you've got the balls, you could actually just take a counter trend here. Because if you're not breaking any higher, you can easily get like a 50 pip pullback with enough volume. But I wouldn't do that today, not with that 4-hour closing the way it closed. It's retesting 4 hours support, best to 8. Yeah, I mean, it's right at this 4-hour structure. It's kind of breaking back into this range from this morning, so it only makes sense to me to come and test the bottom of the range before possibly finding support to move up. But like I say, if you get a break below here, could be coming for the daily lows, and then you may even have sell ideas here, but it's going to be kind of like higher risk, I think, to be taking sells. Although you got nice clean traffic here, but that 4 hour is extremely bullish. I think that this could easily be a liquidity grab. So what I would be looking for in and around this 1983 is a support to be formed, or for a for a fake out. But yeah, 3 minutes till NYC. I'm gonna come back now. She gonna make us wait until tomorrow? Looks like it might do. Other thing is with NYC coming up, this 30-minute candle is closing like a pretty hard rejection there from 1990. It's tough. I saw something about the Bank of Japan and their monetary policy this morning. Bank of Japan. I also saw this. Putin signs nuclear test ban treaty ratification withdrawal. That's pretty hectic. BOJ plans to exit from easy monetary policy next year. If they do that, if you trade GJ, or if you trade any yen pair, just keep an ear out for that. Keep up to date with headlines. That's going to be big. That'll bring sort of like last year's volume to GJ. The volume from last year on gold, you'll probably see on GJ. Okay, you're breaking this. We're coming into these lows from London session. So it looks like we could get that break below. Maybe look for the fake out. Then again on the daily, you know, if we flip bearish here, you could even get a wick fill. This gold is just choppy right now. It's choppy. Okay, nice rejection, yeah. With NYC, that might be your rejection, and you might start to move up now. But I don't want to hop in just there. I think stops will be quite big here. So let's wait for the new 5 minute to open, but that's a nice rejection candle on the 5. If we could see this sort of structure on the 1 minute, then I could look for entries down here. trading off of those London lows back into the daily high. The way that 5 closed, it might just go, I won't lie, but I'm hesitant to take it off one rejection. If we could at least see something like this, maybe 85 retested again. Yeah, there we go. Looks better. Nice bottom wick on this 5. Let's see. Okay, well, you've just about tapped 1985. If we break that previous 1 minute high, that's the 5 minute flipping and breaking its own high as well. Previous 5, nice rejection candle. So the idea here for me looks something like this. Stop loss below 85. But you don't want to rush it, just wait for confirmations here. If you don't break that high, rather wait. This 5 closes bearish. The idea is a little bit chalked, but we'll see. We'll just see. Okay. Now we tapped 85 here again. Starting to see a bit of a rejection. Let's see. So just recapping the idea quick. Based on the previous 4 hour, I know we broke the lows, but overall still more bullish here. At least how I'm seeing it. Daily candle grabbed liquidity yesterday, closed above this resistance. So I'm looking at this as the bottom wick for the 4 hour. We've come into the structure from Asian session and the London lows at NYC. So if we're seeing rejections there, to me that is a safe area to be looking for buys. If we do break below, then you know there is room to the downside here. I don't really want to be selling. I'd rather look for buys off of this area, even if you get a fake out. But I'm looking at the 1 minute here, because if we do get like a double bottom with this sort of volume on the 1 minute, just showing that you're respecting these lows from London makes a lot of sense. If you go back and look at yesterday's price action, you'll see the same idea, exact same idea, same price points. Right here, this is a 1 minute time frame. Exactly same thing happened yesterday. You had the structure from pre-London and later on in the London session after Asian close. NYC gave you that pullback into that structure, double bottom there in the 1 minute, and then we're looking for something like this today. Exactly the same setup, exactly the same, but don't rush it. Like I say, you know, things with patterns and things you see in the market, whatever you look for on any given day, the probabilities might be slightly different. Today looks a little bit choppier. Yesterday's setup looked a lot cleaner. Also, just take into consideration there's different things happening in the market every day, different market participants, and so on. So setup's not always going to be 100%. If this 1 minute candle closes engulfing that previous bearish candle, I'm gonna hop in. No, I didn't. No, just wait. This 15-minute candle after NYC tends to give you pretty good moves if it's giving you nice clear direction. I wouldn't say that's necessarily giving you clear direction, but we can see that we've seen a little bit of a rejection there from these London lows. Closed above 1985. You know, if you do break that low, It could be coming down to 1981, but I'm not interested in these sales right now. Fake out. I would just wait and see. Just gotta wait and see. I don't know, I don't really like price action today. Yeah, if this 5 closes back above uh, back above here, then it's looking like more of a fake out. Because you can see we tried to revisit the daily low at 1981, and even with that clean traffic here to the left, looks like you just didn't have that oomph to the downside. You know, even with NYSE volume, this move down has just been, I don't know, it hasn't been the most exciting thing. Looks good now. That looks like a fake out. But this is now the price action I would need to see. I would need to see this 83.9, 83.8 retested. That's going to be the ideal idea here. If you could see something like that. So if we could come back down into this this specific level right here, the London lows, and show that we are actually respecting there and that this was a fake out. Because the last thing I want to see is just a straight continuation down. I want to see us get a little pullback, respect this London low, form a support on the lower time frames. It's going to give you a nice tight stop loss, good risk to reward. Other thing is, if the 5 can just close bullish, you're looking very good to take it off the 5. I would probably want to see the 5 closing above 1985. Issue is stops. So that's what I want to see. See, because if you're not respecting this London low at 83.8 and you come and break this low here, then you'll most probably see the daily lows retested, maybe even a further move down to 1980. Momentum is heavy bearish. Why are you looking for bars? Oh, that's my bias. I'm just very biased today. I'm looking for bars based off of the daily and the 4-hour time frames. So I feel like when I'm trading the lower time frames, I feel like I can take trades in any direction. But in reality, the highest probability trades are always going to be in line with the higher time frame trend. You can see I've had a couple ideas today. I haven't been put into any positions. I haven't taken any positions because it hasn't quite lined up just right. And if it doesn't line up just right, then you can leave it, you know. But we're just scalping, mate. That's fine. I still want to take higher probability setups, and you know, I'm only looking for 1 or 2 trades. So if I don't get a trade, it's fine. I didn't really come into the session wanting to take a trade. You know, I'm open to anything, but with NFP tomorrow, I'm really not in a rush. I think for the sells, you know, if I was gonna pull the trigger for the sells, I should have pulled it, yeah, when we were rejecting the COMEX highs. At that point, I was still sort of looking for the breakout to the upside. You know, that was my setup for sells. I think I did touch on the idea that if we get a break and retest below this structure here, that I could be interested for the sells. But I'm just, yeah, I'm just not completely on board with it. The way we're just sort of moving down here so gradually, and in this time we should be getting nice volume. If we're not getting that volume, then I'm not going to force anything. Even just look at the 5-minute candles. So wicky, you know. No solid, clean body closes. The price action is just not the most amazing thing today. You can do what you want. I'm gonna do what I want. You know? To me, this looks like more of a pullback. Still loading up for that move up. You know, for instance, yesterday, you know, this was the exact same setup as yesterday, like I just broke down a little bit early on. You know, you could have said at this point in time, oh, price is so bearish, why are you looking for bars? But if you were patient enough to wait for those bars, you wouldn't have needed to take any sells at all. I think my bars are coming in now. Yeah, this is sort of like the double bottom, but we weren't quite above this 83.8 level. So just going to wait for the hour to close. Even though we're closing bearish as a motherfucker. I like this. Looks like more of a fake out on the 5-minute. But let's just give it a couple minutes as the new hourly candle opens. Imagine you were taking sells here, right? And this thing is moving down so gradually, and all of a sudden, smack. The timing, man. The timing, bro. Okay. Looks like a fake out on the 5. Timing is so tricky with the new hour open. And with the new hour or previous hour being so bearish, I don't want to rush in. I think I'll wait for this first 5 to close. You know, if we can hold above this 83.8, I know that we're good. That hourly gave me no new info. Yeah, I mean, it depends how you look at it, but I don't know. In this time, I suppose you have to just be careful with candles closing, because you could get an extremely bearish hourly candle in the next hour, like completely engulfs it bullish. I mean, to me, coming in here, seeing this hourly looking the way it did, you know, all this clean traffic to the left, I thought, okay, you know, we look like if we've got enough momentum, we could get a nice move and then complete reversal. But as I've been saying, I think this is more of a pullback. You can see you had good momentum off of this 1970s, which is like a daily support zone. So last night FOMC wicked down into this daily support at 1970. All through the night you had good momentum. London was a little bit rangy, and then, you know, now NYC often will just give you a pullback, come to better price points, and set up for the continuation. Yesterday, a scammer, fake ID with your name, message asking. I asked him, what is a biltong? Good one. That is a really good one. It's like one of those security questions you set for yourself on, I don't know, like one of these apps. You know, when you're setting up a new account, it says set your security question. Ask what is a biltong. This is an upside down biltong. You see, we formed our support. Then this weak, this 5 minute, if it closes a weak bearish candle, and then the next candle breaks the high, that's my entry. Okay, boys, 5 minutes. Yeah, it looks good to me. I'm gonna give it a shot. If we break that previous 5 minute high, I'm gonna get in here with stops below the previous 5 minute low, or about 22 pips. If you don't break that 5 minute high, then obviously no trade. 25.72. Yeah, no. You know, like I say, if it doesn't line up, it doesn't line up. But I came in and I had an idea of what I was looking for. I waited patiently, haven't forced anything. Still respecting the lows here. Yeah, maybe this is sort of like a break and retest of this support here to continue moving down. Maybe I'm just wrong. But I'd rather be wrong and lose no money, you know? But the way it's looking, coming down here, if you break the daily low, could easily come into 80 very quickly. 1980. So if we're not getting rejections here, the daily low or 1980, then I'm just gonna call it a day. You know, it's one of those days where maybe I was just stuck to a bias and I was wrong. That's fine. Didn't force anything. In a very gradual move. 100 pips. Also, I was coming in today with the perspective that DXY was more bearish. But I mean, coming into the lows of this overall range, seeing some rejections here now in this session, obviously getting a deeper move down here. You know, sales didn't look bad, but that's okay. rejection here at the daily low. No, bars at this stupid heart, bro, on the YouTube chat is covering the price you gave. Bars at 1978. What do you think? Yeah, I think there's a nice zone around there. Makes sense. Okay, so it looks like we're getting a little bit of a rejection here at the daily low. So for me, this is still an area of contention for the buys. You can see that daily low also just lines up with some of the structure here from yesterday. If you mark up a zone right there, you can see on the 30-minute all those rejections. Retesting that resistance, which was never retested. Nice rejections there yesterday, NYC, London structure. But, you know, the momentum is bearish. It is heavy bearish. So you got to wait for solid confirmations. You know, for me, my idea, my plan and how I perceive the market, I'm looking for buyers. But I need to wait for confirmations. 1 5-minute candle is not going to necessarily be enough. And I think that safer entries for buyers here are still going to be if we can break back above this 83.8 and get the sort of fake out that I was looking for earlier. So this is still essentially the fake out idea. You know, we obviously had a minor fake out and then we've come a little bit lower into the daily lows. Now we're seeing a little bit more bullish momentum, but this is also the new 15-minute. So this could just be the top wick for the new 15-minute and price continues driving down. You know, then I can just continue being wrong, utterly wrong today, and that's fine. Like I say, just going to be patient, see if it lines up. I'll give it another 15 minutes or so. You know, I like this zone. You can see on the daily, this is a very clear zone. Maybe let me go to a cleaner chart over here. Oh, good God. It's my high time frame breakdown for gold. Don't worry about it. So on the daily, this right here is a contention area for buyers. This right here is a contention area for buyers. And, you know, just based off of the daily, that's obviously targets at 2005. But we could easily come down, fill this wick, come into the support at 1970. can see the sort of zone, right? A lot of rejections here, a lot of rejections, a lot of rejections. So just being calculated with the entries. Just gotta be patient. Like a sniper. And then at the end of it, it's gonna look like just a wick entry on this 4-hour candle. And that 4-hour will flip bullish at London close. Now I'm talking shit. Let's see US 30 is having that continuation. Had that bullish move with FOMC. And not all the times, but oftentimes when it comes to monetary policy, we see gold and US 30 moving in a little bit of confluence. And coming off of an FOMC day, you know, I would think that we may get the same sort of direction. You know, last night we definitely had the same direction here with US 30 and through the morning. Melt. I don't know, even in terms of sales, if you were looking for sales, nah, let me not say anything. But it's kind of stalled out here. You would think even if you were looking for sales, you know, maybe a deeper pullback. You guys should check out this Financial Juice Discord group for headlines. They also have a Twitter page, but yeah, nice to have this. Guys, give me 2 minutes. I'll be back now. If I do take anything, it's going to be on the new 30-minute candle. Looking like nice rejections here to the downside. I know that momentum is obviously quite bearish at the moment, but if that momentum shifts, I think we could still see those nice moves to the upside here in line with the daily and the 4-hour. This to me just looks like a very nice liquidity grab. You know, price this morning was just ranging, moving up very slowly, didn't have enough steam to continue to the upside. So we've had a pullback here, pre-NYC and NYC setting up for better price points to continue moving bullish. That's how I see it. So we're just gonna wait. Cheers, Nico. Cheers, Omar. I don't know if you're saying cheers, right? Yeah, that retest there of this London low does look quite clean to continue moving bearish. You know, something like that. But I'm not gonna just take something just because I've been sitting here for a long time. You know, I'll sort of maybe paper trade that idea, but I'll just wait to see if we come down into this daily low now. Respect. So maybe something like this. You know, this is still a possibility, but for now it looks like, um, you know, those buys are probably not going to happen. Coin looks like it's coming in hot. Chat, you know what? I think I should call it a day. Should I stay until the 15-minute candle closes or should I call it a day? Because if we close bearish here, then I'm definitely not taking anything. If we do close bullish, let's say back above 83.8, then I could take something. Yeah, looks like we're respecting the lows here. But with this, bearish momentum, although there's not much momentum now, although this entry looks nice, I think waiting for a break back above here is definitely going to be a safer option. Nice rejection on the 5 minute. It's coming, boss. Maybe. Maybe, maybe not. NFP tomorrow, man. Maybe we call it a day. Corpse, you taking anything today? Team built. Lovely boys. What Bolton you take, Rain? This one. London session. We look good. I think these bars are coming in. Yeah, nice. 20 pips for the morning. 20 pips in London session is always good. Five minute. Oh, this. That was good. This 5 minute is looking quite juicy. Five minutes just closing back above that 83.8. With the 15-minute candle coming up, I would rather wait here to see if we could get that sort of retest. And I mean, overall, the idea was a fake out here at this London support. So right now, if this 15-minute candle closes back above, that's your fake out. Got a nice move from early on to correct. It's going already. Gold. Do not go without me. So one thing about waiting for a retest that grates me. So I used to take more breakouts. Now I'm leaning more towards like retests, although I'm taking the retests on a lower time frame. But shit sakes. Man, oh man. Just gotta be patient. No FOMO. Maybe that's the wrong thing to say. Not no FOMO. You're probably going to feel FOMO from time to time. You're human. But you gotta deal with it. You gotta suck it up and be disciplined enough to wait. You know, my plan was to see us breaking back above this 83.8 level. We are. It looks like we're sort of pushing. You know, I could enter now, and then the new 15-minute gives you a whipsaw, and then what? You know, I'd rather wait for that new 15 to open up, and then that will probably give you your retest here. And then that retest, that new structure that will be formed, is what I'm planning to use for my stop loss. Right now, I don't really have a sensible stop loss. You know, if I just had to jump in, I think that the closest stop I could have is really down here for like 30 pips. It's not bad, but I'm gonna go sit in 20 pips of drawdown. No, I'd rather wait. I'd rather wait for a better entry. I waited all this long. May as well wait a little bit longer. There's always more options here as well. If we do start to get a nice push, just a matter of waiting for some sort of structure to form on the lower time frame. You know, you might get a straight push here, and then we get the break and retest above 86.7. That's looking like my retest, to be honest. New 15's about to open up now. Let's just give it a second. 2 seconds. So 15-minute, we can see that fake out has occurred. Closing back above this support. Just came in to retest the daily lows, rejected. Pulling back to get this retest of sorts. $15-minute wicking into this level I've marked up. So if we break the previous 15-minute high, I'm going to get in here and use pretty much the current candle low as my stop. Alrighty, here it is. As soon as we break that previous candle high, I'm in here. Stop loss is at 83.2. It's already broken the high on my broker. I hate that the pricing is so different. But I trust the O and the price feed. I've been using it for a while now, so I haven't broken that high, so I'm not in yet. It should be fine. I mean, it looks alright. That breaking the high is obviously just like the cherry on top for an entry. But yeah, it's gonna be, I need that box ticked here to get in. Yeah, that's the tricky thing with TradingView and brokers. The price feeds are slightly different, but I think you need to find a price feed that you find reliable and stick with that, especially if you're using lower time frames to trade. Because a couple pips can make a big difference if you're scalping or looking for like such specific entries like a break of the high. You know, if you swing trading and you're just looking for hourly candle closure as your confirmation and boom, you're in, you don't need to worry too much about that sort of stuff. I think worst case scenario, cops you pull back a little bit deeper, but right now, worst case scenario, pull back to like 82.5. I wouldn't want to see it pull back any lower than that. Five-minute closed, very weak bullish, still respecting that 83.8 level. So looking like a biltong here on the 5. Beautiful. I've got a buy stop in at 85.3. 85.3. So I should be in shortly. I wanted to see, but the volume is pretty slow. I'm concerned about the new hourly candle opening up. You know, I like that this candle right now looks like a rejection candle forming support here, respecting this London low. It looks really good, but you may just get that wick down to 82, 82.5 here on the new hourly, which is tricky. You got 5 minutes. But the setup on the 1 minute, the 5 minute here is definitely a setup that I would take time and time again. So I'm gonna bang it. It's got a 20 pip stop. If I need to, I can manage, maybe try again. That's obviously the power of risk to reward. I don't see a point in having a bigger stop just to account for a possible bottom wick. I'd rather just get out. Should be in any second. Stop loss is 83.2. You must be joking. I don't know if gold is teasing me today or being kind to me. Because, like, I'll have an order say it. It just comes so close, doesn't trigger me in. Fuck's sakes. 3 minutes to go for the hourly. We look really good here with the fake out. Okay, I'm gonna give it 1 more minute. 1 more minute. If we're not breaking that high, not getting triggered in, then I'll wait for the hour candle close. I am concerned about the bottom wick on the new hour. You know, maybe you could go half risk now, add half on the new hourly. That's something you could do. Okay, cool. Let's wait for the new hour candle. Fuck, as I say that, it's gonna rip. What are the chances? So yeah, let's just see if we could get a little bit of a bottom wick here on the new hour. I don't need such a steep bottom wick, but I do want to just play it safe and wait for that new hour candle to open. I think what I'll do is I'll go half risk now, if it breaks. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna get in with half risk here. And then I will have a slightly bigger stop, considering I've gone in with half risk. Putting the stop at 81.8. So that just gives me options. You know, at least worst case scenario, I'm not going to take a full loss, but you know, if the hourly presents what I was looking for, then I can add my full risk there and then bring the stop loss in. $30-minute candle there, we can see closed back in the range. Nice fake out. So as we get this bottom wick and then go break the previous 30-minute high, I can add my full position. Is there some news now? What's going on? Getting headlines here. Okay, well, it was a good thing to sort of wait for the hourly close or go half risk, because yeah, we've got that little bit of a bottom wick coming in. Okay, so like I said, I'm in here with half risk right now. My idea is, as we break the previous 30-minute high, I'm going to add my full risk in and then move the stop loss in. Yeah, I was feeling FOMO there, I won't lie. So that's why I just went in with half risk, because I understood the probabilities of that bottom wick coming in. If you got triggered in prematurely, sorry about that. Yeah. Right, in full margin this time, you'll make your loss back. Five looks decent. Double my risk. Go ahead. Come on, Wayne. You can do it. I'll back you. Oh, I'm a bad influence. If let's say you didn't go in here with half risk, I think when you break these lows would maybe be a good idea to manage and close some, cut your losses. I've already basically done some risk management here with going in with lower risk. And I will only add my full risk if we break the previous 30-minute high. It is tricky that 1985 is right there. Wasn't really taking that into account. Just gonna trust the stop loss. I'm looking at the 5 minutes. I don't like this 5 close. As long as we're closing above here. Okay, so it looks like we are potentially coming to get that 30-minute high. Nice haircut, thank you very much. Been a bit of a painful day. Oh, what a day, man. I think patience will pay today. Patience is gonna pay. Nah, I don't sing. You know, some people can't sing and some people don't sing. I can do neither. Yeesh. Okay, so for that initial position, which was just very low risk, right? If we close bearish below this, let's call it. If we're closing bearish like this, I'm gonna close that small position, and then I'm gonna call it a day. But my idea is still that if we can break the previous 30-minute high, I'm gonna go in with my full risk. I know a lot of people just join the stream to take trades, but I hope that you guys like take something away, or listen to when I say, you know, if you're gonna take the trade, like listen to things like go lower risk, go half risk. There was a reason I did it. Honestly, I was actually feeling FOMO, so I went in half risk, used a slightly bigger stop than I normally would. But I know that it's not gonna be too much of an issue if it goes against me. Overall, still looks very nice, but this is really the optimal entry on this hourly candle. There was just part of me that wanted to get in before that hour closed, you know, so in realizing that, I decided to go half risk for that initial entry. And like I say, you know, if I have to pay the price, at least it's not going to be full price. Lovely, Andy. I see you in the chat all the time, bro. Glad to hear that you're taking something away. Closed half. Oh yeah, you went in full. Maybe a good call. That 15 didn't really close ideal here. It is sort of rejecting 85. Still respecting the support. But not looking ideal. I was about to say I'll bring my stop loss into 83, but let's just hold off for now. I don't know where that stop is going to be, if that second entry is even going to get put in. Got 10 minutes left of this 30-minute candle, so should find out in the next 10 minutes what's cutting here. You know, if we close bearish like this, obviously, then the idea is chalked. I would like to see rejections here at 82.5. Cheers, Corpse Checky, bro. Honestly, it's looking alright. Um, if this was, let's say, a pullback to continue moving bearish, you would have thought that with this bearish momentum earlier, you would have had a stronger move down by now. I think that these rejections here at the daily low is still the play here. But that 30-minute candle will tell us a story. Any good news? No, not right now. Not yet. If I've gone half risk, should I just give myself a safer stop below these lows? No. Nah, fuck that. I'll take the stop. Very, very close here to stops. Like half a pip away. Okay, I'm out. Okay, chat. It's been a long day. Been a long day. Coming back into the daily lows, you know, it's always an interesting area, interesting zone. But yeah, I mean, I went in there with the low risk, so I think I'm rather just going to take the stop. If it sets up again, maybe I'll give it another shot. But with NFP tomorrow, yeah, I'm going to call it a day. Thank you guys for joining. Pretty long, boring day, yeah. But I'll check you tomorrow. Cheers.